Hey dudes, what's up? So today's video is going to be a little weird. This is a review of that guy. Come on, let's get it on. Yeah! It's a review of the Arturia Drumbrute Impact, which I got in replacement for my Drumbrute. I sold the Drumbrute to try out the Impact because I wanted something a little different. And I sampled the Drumbrute before I sent it off so that I can pretty much always have that drum machine. So why this is weird is because I'm not in my house right now. I'm actually in a different house because my roof is getting redone right now. So I actually have a place with real internet and like an actual like studio room that has all my stuff. Like here's my setup, here's my synthy stuff, my guitar stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I actually have my own room to do stuff and internet to upload stuff. But it's really weird. It's totally different. And I'm only gonna be here for a couple more days. So I thought maybe set a review in a new and more interesting setting, right? So without any further ado, let's get into the review. All right, let's do this. The Arturia Drumbrute is an analog drum machine with 8 drum pads and 10 different individual sounds. This is special because it's like the OG Drumbrute's little brother. It's got a distortion effect instead of a filter and a special color function that creates another variant of each drum sound, each with a special and significant tonal difference. Coming in at 250 bucks, it's cheaper and more common than the original Drumbrute, and it's an amazing value for a drum machine that's somewhere between an 808 and a 909. That was pretty good. All right, so let's listen to the sounds that this thing can make. It sounds pretty cool. So like I said, it's kind of between an 808 and a 909. So right here we have the kick. We have the snare. Clap. The toms. And the cymbals. And the cowbell. And we have closed and open hi-hats. And we have an FM drum, which is really fun. And you can change like the pitch and decay and whatever. It's pretty cool. So, let's mess around with some of these. What I like about the 2 hi-hats is that they're the same oscillator, so whenever you change the tone of the closed hat, it also changes the tone of the open hat. So listen. Pretty cool. And the FM drum, you can do like tons of stuff with it. No distortion here. And then we'll turn it to about 12 o'clock. And then we'll turn it all the way up. Pretty cool. So let's make a beat with this thing. I think this thing sounds really cool and we can make some nasty beats with it. I think that was pretty cool. I really like the distortion unit on this thing. I think it can sound really nasty, even at just like half. I mean, you heard how it sounded there. It was pretty crazy nasty. You know, when I turned it down, it was nice and clean, and then when I turned it up, just all goes. So I think for the price, for 250 bucks, this has a lot of really good features. I think that with the amount of control you can get with each different instrument on this, the fact that you can do like the color setting and basically change up how it sounds, I think that's really interesting, and I've never seen that before, have like an alternate sound for each different pad. And I think it's really awesome that all of the controls are just right on the surface, so if you ever want to change like the timbre or the tone or the decay or whatever of any one of the different instruments, then I think it's really easy. I really enjoy the sound of this thing. I think it sounds really good. I said it a couple times, sounds like an 808 or a 909, so it has like that classic drum machine sound. I think this would be really good for something like French house. This would sound really cool with like some chorus on it. The sequencer, I really like that it's the same sequencer setup from the original Drumbrute, because that thing was amazing, and it was an absolute dream to program. Like it was so easy to program. So I think if you were on a budget and you need a drum machine and you want kind of like that classic 90s drum machine sound, this is definitely one to consider. This one or the original Drumbrute are really, really good. I've had both, really enjoyed both. I think the original one kind of has more of a raw and dirty sound, while this one really just has more of like a classic sound. But yeah, I would highly recommend. I think these are really great little units. One of the only complaints that I have about this thing, and you can't really see it very well, it doesn't have individual outputs for each drum pad. It only has 4 like total. So I think if you're gonna record individually, you might just wanna turn the levels down and just like record one pad at a time, you know what I'm saying, like through the mix output. So I think that's definitely something that the original Drumbrute has over this, but yeah, I really can't see anything about this other than that I don't completely enjoy. So yeah, thank you for watching this review. It was really fun. I want to do more reviews in the future. They're doing really well. People really seem to love them, and I love doing them. So I'm gonna do a whole bunch more. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.